And meteorologist Kristi Gordon for a look at our weather forecast. Kristi, how's it looking?
Oh, well, it's looking pretty nice, Sophie. First full day of spring, and this is the scene out there. Now, it is a bit hazy right now. We're seeing outflow winds, and we've got a lot of dust in through the interior, which I'll show you in a second. Dust advisories in effect, and so that may be causing the hazy conditions that we're seeing. But nonetheless, it was a gorgeous day. We're at 10 degrees right now, and areas away from the water in Metro Vancouver are up to 16 degrees. These are the areas under a dust advisory. So the Cariboo region has just been added. That's just the southern sections near Williams Lake, as well as the East Columbia region. And what it is that we're seeing the snow melt, and all of the dust or all of the sanding that has been done on the roads now is being kicked up as the snow melts, and we've got a lot of it. So with not very much rain in the last couple of days, and we're seeing a little bit of a breeze, that's really kicking things up. So if you have any respiratory issues, stay away from any major streets where that dust will likely be a little bit more intense. We've got clear skies on the way, except for later tomorrow. We do have a slight chance of an isolated thunderstorm across Vancouver Island, but otherwise you can expect sunshine, and it's not until Thursday that we're going to see this next system drive in, bringing periods of rain. So enjoy your Wednesday. Look at that. We do have a slight chance of showers across those northern regions, but overall we are looking at sunshine all across southern regions, and I'm not sure why this is not moving. There we go. So sunshine expected with double digits across the area. Sorry, Sophie, it's moving a little bit slowly for some reason today, but the key is that it's double digits. We got sunshine for our day tomorrow, 17 degrees away from the water. By Thursday, though, much cooler conditions as the rainfall pushes in. Back to you.
All right, enjoy tomorrow, everyone. Thanks, Kristi. All right, let's check in with Kristi Gordon for a look at our weather forecast. Looks beautiful out there right now, Kristi.
Yeah, what a stellar day. Nice to have that for our first full day of spring. Certainly felt like it. And we had a few comments, though, about how hazy it is. I'm not exactly sure, but there's a chance it could be because of how dusty it is in through the interior. But I did have a look. The air quality health index across the lower mainland is at a low level, so it's nothing to be concerned about. It's just sort of causing a little bit of a dullness to our view out there. But it was certainly a spectacular day. Looking at the dust advisories across the region, we have two new ones. One is the southern Cariboo region, as well as the East Columbia region. We're not expecting an improvement in terms of those dust advisories until we get more substantial rain in the interior, and that may not happen until sort of later in the day on Thursday or potentially Friday. So this will continue, and we've had outflow winds across the south coast, so that, as I mentioned, could be one of the reasons why it was a bit hazy across our area. For those of you in the interior, in terms of air quality health index, it's at a moderate level for a few of those regions that we mentioned. So if you have any health sort of respiratory issues, it's recommended that you maybe stay indoors a little bit more than you would normally, or just don't do any outdoor exercise. We've got sunshine on the way for our region tomorrow. Maybe a little bit of instability across Vancouver Island tomorrow afternoon, so an isolated shower. Otherwise, a terrific spring day once again. It's not until Thursday that this next system shifts towards the south coast. The bulk of the rainfall will be along the coast there. We're not expecting as much for those of you in the interior, which is where we need that rainfall to help that dust advisory. Lots of sunshine, though, for your Wednesday. We'll see patchy fog through the morning in the interior and across parts of Vancouver Island, but otherwise double digits with that sunshine in the afternoon. So 12 to 17 degrees for our Wednesday. Make sure you get out there and enjoy it, because we've got much cooler conditions on the way for our Thursday into Friday with periods of rain. So indoor activities for the kids Thursday, Friday, but you should be able to get out there tomorrow, that's for sure. All right, here's tonight's Central Windows weather window. It comes to you from the Cypress Mountain area. Now, I wanted to also use this because the ski hills are still open. We've had a nice extended season, which is great. So Corey sending us that. This was actually from the other night where there was a group of them watching the sunset. How spectacular is that? All right, so back to you.
It's beautiful. Thanks, Kristi. And senior meteorologist Kristi Gordon for a look at our weather forecast halfway through spring break, Kristi, and the kids have had some nice weather so far.
Certainly the last couple of days have been fantastic, and we've got another one on the way. A heads up, anyone enjoying the great outdoors tomorrow, we will have a look at your avalanche risk across the region, but it was a beautiful day today indeed. So let's look at some of these temperatures. 17 was the high in through Maple Ridge, 16 in through Langley, and we are expecting these temperatures to be a touch warmer tomorrow across the region. Across Vancouver Island, a little cooler, but you can expect it to be a bit warmer. The biggest difference tomorrow will be in areas like Squamish, and out through the Fraser Valley, where you could be approaching that 17, 18 degree mark. In the interior regions, you can tack on another degree across these areas tomorrow with that sunshine that we're expecting. Now, we will see cloud cover across the south coast, maybe a sprinkle or two overnight early tomorrow morning, but that's going to clear out. We've got a nice southerly flow with that sunshine. We do have another system on deck, so I'll show you the timeline of that when we look at the 5-day forecast. But first, here's a look at the avalanche danger rating. So for those of you in the Columbia, Kootenay region, we've got a considerable avalanche risk, and that extends over to the Alberta border as well as the North Coast coastal section. So a heads up for that. In terms of considerable avalanche risk, what that means is that natural avalanches are possible, but human triggered avalanches are likely. So here's your forecast for your day tomorrow. Yes, beautiful conditions across the region, and even at night, it's not going to cool off too much. In the interior, though, it will down close to the freezing mark, but rebounding nicely during the day. 14 degrees in Nanaimo, and look at that, 18 out through the Fraser Valley, 17 in through Squamish tomorrow. The 5-day forecast, you can see a change will occur on Sunday, so more cloud cover, and by Sunday evening, we'll likely start to see rain, and that will take us into our Monday. We change over officially to spring on Monday, which will be nice, and then all of you off next week. It looks like we'll see some sunshine, thankfully. All right, tonight's Central Windows weather window coming to you from the Vernon area, just near Swan Lake. James Young sharing that with us with the cattle in the fields there. Great shot. I love that. So back to you.
All right, thanks, Kristi. Barry DeLay is in for Squire today. Squire's taking a rare day off.
Apparently, he is on a golf course
Patty's
somewhere. Yeah, or he's going to go to a big St. Patty's party. One of the two.
Oh,
I think you know which one it is.
He's a partier. That's Squire.
That's right.
What do you got for us?
Well, we're going to talk a bit of skiing. Cultus Lake